Hey, it's Molly. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me here as we are continuing through this new series that goes into more about the particulars of your natal astrology chart and some of the new concepts and ideas that I'm presenting and sharing with you in my new book, Awakening Astrology. And we're going to focus now on some more energies associated with your moon sign. And I did a video for you already discussing more about that maternal connection and what occurs energetically when you are born. So I'm not repeating that information in this video, but instead we're going to further the conversation. So those of you who are following along, this is for chapter 3, the lunar energies. And as you go through the chapter, you'll see how we look at every moon sign and we discuss how to balance the energies of the moon sign, because the moon sign is so personal. It's your everyday internal energy. It's what you work with, what you move through, how you respond and receive information. The moon energy can be very unconscious. And so the more that it's brought to your conscious awareness, the more you are clear on how you come across, how you're receiving energies, right? How you're taking it in. Again, very unconscious and also very natural, because you could just be under that impression, well, this is how I receive energy. This is how I receive anything that's happening around me. This is how I feel about it. And it's often things that we don't question because it's so natural for us, right? But the more that you're aware of your moon sign, the more you're aware of how you can balance it, of where sometimes when those emotions are really big, or you have like a very strong response, or something's triggered, or something comes up and it's very big for you, when you understand how to balance it, you know how to energetically move it, right? And how to be in that more balanced energy place on a regular basis. So in the chapter, we discussed how to balance these energies, right? But the other thing I wanted to offer you to go even further here is that this is something you can practice, is looking at how when you're receiving energy, because again, the moon is receptive, because your moon is what you need to feel good, to feel solid, to feel like you're in your comfort zone. But the other thing about receiving energies is that when you know your moon's placement in your chart, it corresponds to particular parts of the body, because every astrological sign is in relationship to particular parts and functions of the body. And you can think of this as it relates to the 7 chakras. So what I wanted to throw out your way and have you consider is that your moon has probably been unconsciously programmed to receive energy in a particular way, and you probably feel it in a particular part of your physical body. Now, you can tune into this and trust yourself and see what comes up, see how that is for you. But it might be easier to relate it to a particular chakra. Because when you're aware of how you're receiving energy, one thing about the moon is that it always needs to flow. There needs to be movement. Think about how the moon moves through a full cycle, moves through all phases of the lunar cycle within 28, 29 days. The moon is always in motion. It's the ebb and the flow of energies, right? So what I want to bring to your attention is, how do you receive energy? And is that energy stagnant, stuck, blocked? Because we can have emotional blocks, emotional stagnation. There can be parts of us that get very comfortable with taking something in and then that's it. Like we don't fully embody it or we don't fully work with it. And I also would offer to really sit with the emotional programming that you experience regularly that you might not be aware of. So, for example, if a friend comes to you with a problem and they're sharing how they're feeling, they're sharing what they're going through, what they're thinking about, whatever's happening in their world, how do you feel that? How does that energy affect you? Does it? Does it feel like you receive it in your heart? Does it feel like it's in your mind or in your throat? Does it feel like it's energy that goes in to like your sacral chakra or your solar plexus? Like where and how do you receive emotional energy? And is it blocked, stagnant, or stuck? Because this is where we can have unconscious emotional blocks. And the moon wants you to flow through them, wants you to move that out. Now, this is different for every astrological sign. And of course, it's also going to vary depending on house placement, where your moon is in your natal chart. But what I want to open your eyes to is that if you are highly sensitive, if you are an empath, if you are very energetically aware, you could take in a lot of energy. You could feel a lot. You could have it residing within you and not be aware of it. And then perhaps if you are Teflon coated and you're not someone who takes in other people's energies, or you don't feel them or sense them, that would be something else to look at or understand about yourself and how you run energy. And is that something where there's like a protection over the heart or a protection over other parts of your energies that ultimately is shutting down connections or isn't allowing your heart to open or to feel your feelings or whatever that might be? So I've just basically described two extremes where either maybe you feel everything, it all comes in, or you're the exact opposite, you take in nothing, nothing gets in. And most people are probably somewhere in the middle of that spectrum of experience. But this is looking at what would be the healthy expression of those emotions that are made to flow through us, that are made to move through us. And then looking at if there's any, like those, I feel it as like blocks, or it could be sluggish or stagnation connected to the physical body. It's all related, right? It's all energetics. It's all energy and motion. So there could be something that your moon sign is holding, energetically or otherwise, around how you're moving emotions, moving energy through you. And for you to look at if this is healthy, if this is an unconscious pattern, if this is something that is good for you, that works for you, or if it's something that needs to be expressed or reprogrammed in a new way. Because every moon sign can have very healthy expressions of itself that, again, are natural, are comfortable. But we can be in these unconscious patterns, especially with the moon, of how we feel and sense things without a broader awareness. Again, that's because the moon is so personal. So, a few things here that we're looking at. Your moon sign seeks healthy emotional expression, and that varies depending on the moon's energy. And also, you're looking at how that emotional expression may or may not be affecting you at other levels of your energy, other parts of your body, other parts of you that maybe you just didn't see this connection, right? You didn't say, oh, well, I receive a lot of emotional energy regularly. Or maybe it depends on the environment. Maybe it depends on the relationship of who you're around and who you're interacting with. Maybe you even feel that you are able to, I'm going to say, adapt in different environments or in different circumstances. But just be this observer of yourself, how you run and experience emotional energy. So when I say run the energy through you, it's again kind of connecting it to any other system in the body. Like we have the digestive system, the nervous system, right? But we have our energy systems that run energy through us. And it's how you are energetically designed to experience everything that's happening around you, how you take it in, how you respond, how you feel it, and how you then move it through you. So when you understand how you move energy through you, it explains some of your processes, right? Like if you need a lot of time to process something, or you don't need a lot of time, you're like immediate in the moment, you know what you need, you know what you want. So when we talk about running energy through you, that again is something that can be very unconscious because you're like, this is just how I've lived my life. This is how I've gone about my business and done my job and moved through my daily world. So it can be very unconscious, but your moon sign can show you how you run emotional energy, how you are receptive or not, what you take in, what you don't connect to, what you do connect to. The moon sign has a lot that is unconscious because it's your natural feelings. It's just how you've just moved through life. It's kind of like, oh, I've just always done this day in, day out. This is just how I move through my world. But when it becomes more conscious, you're going to start to make some connections around how you feel that energy. So again, if you feel it in your solar plexus, that's really good to know. Does it feel strong, clear, bright? Does it feel sluggish, heavy, overloaded? So when you connect some of these energetics in your astrology chart to your other energy systems, some things might start to make sense. And it can be really eye-opening, especially when you can connect every astrological sign to different parts of the physical body. Then things can really come alive too. So for example, when we talk about the moon in Virgo, well, Virgo is connected to the digestive tract and the stomach. And so do you feel like you receive a lot of energy there? Do you feel like your digestive tract gets tight or like you get really hungry around certain energies? Very personal stuff here, but this is what I want to offer and share with you. And I'll put below this video what each astrological sign is associated with in the physical body. And then that can help you perhaps make some more connections between not only what chakra you feel you take in information, but also maybe how your body is taking in the emotions, the energy, the stimuli, how you respond, all of that. So all of this is designed to help you raise your consciousness and to understand how your body operates, how your energy operates, and also how your astrological sign through your moon astrological sign is a wonderful way to get more insights about your daily energy, So I hope this is giving you some good things to think about and also to be aware of. And keep in mind that when you are aware of your moon sign, you're going to see yourself differently. You're going to start to see your own patterns, your own habits, your own, oh yeah, that's why I respond that way or receive energy that way or feel that way, or that's why this feels good or that doesn't feel good. So there's this beautiful consciousness connected to all parts of our energy, but I think the moon is very important simply because it does connect to your daily feelings and what you need to feel good, to feel alive, to feel at home. So I hope this is giving you some good things to think about, and thank you to all of you who have really enjoyed this information about the maternal connection in the book, because that alone can be so eye-opening around the energies you unconsciously felt at birth. So I have another video for you on that topic. Be sure and check out my playlists here on YouTube where I talk about what that looks like with your moon sign as well. And thank you to all of you who have enjoyed the book. I so appreciate that, and I really hope it continues to benefit you as you learn more about your chart and think about these energies in a whole new way. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back here very soon for another video. I appreciate your comments, your likes, your subscribes. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you back here soon.